Cub Scouts Canada. This is my community badge. This is the personal achievement badge form that has to be filled out with 4 adventures. My plan is to visit the care unit and play in the atrium or in their room. To raise money for the Ukraine, I will make and sell booklets. I will clean the park with the scout group. I will go with my dad to work and do an interview. For my first adventure, I will play the violin for a palliative care unit in Kirkland. The violin was part of my CONE award. If you want to go watch that video, click the link above. And I wasn't able to go into the rooms because it was COVID.
Well, Robbie, it wasn't COVID, like COVID was a while ago, but they're still acting as though there's COVID. We still had to wear masks because, there's people who were sick.
Yeah.
And people were really scared to come to the atrium. We only had nurses come, and some of the patients liked to hear it, but you couldn't see it. But they were actually sitting outside their rooms by their rooms in the hallway.
Huh.
So they were there, they just couldn't see you.
Oh.
All right, Robbie, what are we about to go do? Yes, where? At the palliative care in Kirkland. Nice. That was great. It's good?
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you so much. My late husband would have enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
For my second adventure, I will raise money for the Ukrainian people through the Messengers of Peace program. I am raising money to send to the Canada-Ukraine Foundation. So now that we're done the yellow one, we will do blue. Blue coat. First, again, you gotta shake it and make sure to put your finger on the cap or else it can fly up.
And so this time we put the tape on the other side of the line. Okay.
And make sure not to press hard because
Right.
it might rip up.
Well, because we didn't let it dry for very long.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Oh gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah, stop.
I'll put a little.
Okay, stop.
A little too much. Man, at least it's not more than that. Let's go. Oh
it's gonna
gosh,
be-
that's
yeah,
a nice blue.
It's a nice sky. Looks just like the Ukrainian flag. Right? Very nice.
Now I'm doing the blue side.
And that's it. So it needs another coat of blue. Yellow just needed 1 coat, but the blues need 2
Maybe
coats.
not this one.
Yeah, maybe.
I want to thank all these great people who helped me do this fundraiser to go to the Ukraine. I'm extremely proud about this award, and if you want to see the full video, then click on the link above. For my third adventure, I will clean my community park with the Beavers, Cubs, Scouts, and Ventures of the Kirkland Scout Group. There's a back entrance, Granny.
Yeah, well, once you're in there,
400 what? Cigarettes. 400 cigarettes? Done 3 of these cleanups with the Kirkland Scout Group.
Yeah, so Robbie, it's nice that we do this for our city because they give us the chalets for free.
Yeah.
And
What, really?
Yeah, they do, and it's
That's so nice.
it's very generous, and so we do this, and we're up for anything else that they might need, because we always need volunteer hours. We also clean up other businesses and such for funding as well. So we're happy to do that.
For my 4th adventure, I will interview my dad, who works in the theater. This time on the Robbie and Dad Show, I will be discussing with my dad about his career and some of the good times he's had. This time on the Robbie and Dad Show, I'm going to be interviewing my dad.
Yes.
So today I'm going to be asking you questions.
Okay, about what?
In general, like what happened, what would you like about theater when you started?
Oh, so you want to know about my theater?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about my time in theater. So I started in a high school. So I went to John Rennie High School, and there was a lady named Miss Chalmers there. Okay, and Louise Chalmers was young when I had her as a teacher. She's retired now, and she was really. She was the theater department, and she had a lot of energy, and her class was like, it was a lot better than I gave it credit for at that time, because it gave me skills that I never thought were important, like like relationships between people, interpersonal relationships, and group work and stuff that you don't know about in high school, or I didn't appreciate those kinds of things. Also, it helped. I was shy. I didn't like to get on stage, and I was able to get on stage once I was in control. I was so in control that I needed to write my scripts before doing any kind of stuff. Me and my friends, we'd write scripts, and then I felt in control, and then I felt like I could go on stage because I had stage fright. And I sometimes I regret not going into acting. So I did. So I was in high school for 6 years? Grade 8 to grade 11?
No,
it's grade 7, isn't it?
Grade 7.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
So 5 years.
5 years.
So 5 years of high school, and I took theater every year. And as I went through it, my last year we wanted to put on a play. It got canceled. I was going to do it. And then I didn't, when it came time to going into college, I wasn't good at anything. My math was pitiful. There's a story in this. The story is don't give up and you'll get somewhere. I mean, you just have to be honest with yourself. I know that you're always trying to please your parents as to what career you're going into, but you have to enjoy it. Yeah. Expect some pushback from parents, okay? The important thing at your age is to explore your options, especially high school. At one point, you got to make a decision, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
So my decision, honestly, was when I looked at the admission stuff, all the stuff that looked interesting, I looked and said, oh, you need math. And so they went down the math column. Oh, you don't need math. I looked and said, oh, theater. So I went to theater at John Abbott College here in 1987, and I met the guy who used to sit there. His name was Christopher Brown. He always tells a story. He loves the story about our interview, and he remembers it well. He said the same speech at my wedding. Said the same speech at his wedding when I was his best man. He was my best man. When you get to CEGEP, your life will change. Okay, you become responsible for your own everything. Your own education, you become responsible, and you call your teachers by their first name. So you have this different relationship. There's expectations are higher, your goals are higher. So then once once I did that, I really enjoyed it, and I did well. I graduated, worked at Stratford, and then came back, worked in Nova Scotia for 3 years. Then worked in England for a year. And then I loved England, got a degree in British history and archaeology at Concordia. And I went back to England, finished my archaeology degree in England at the University of Warwick. So a bit of dabbling, but you know, the thing is that what's nice is that I wasn't only in a theater program at Abbott, I was in a college, and I learned other things as well. So there was a time I thought I wanted to be a historian or an archaeologist. There was a time I thought I wanted to be in the RCMP, right? So there was always things. It's good to have a lot of options because it makes you strong, you know? One of our teachers here, Rod Hayward, used to say, you know, the strength of a man is not his muscle. It's the ability to know and do lots of things so you can come to a decision for life, right? And I agree with that, because I don't remember the last time I got into a fight. I train, I have a black belt, hardly ever been in a fight. That's not the point of it, you know? We don't fight for our food, we don't fight for our jobs anymore. We did when we were, you know, but we don't do that anymore. Now it's civilization, and this is how we fit into what life is now, is through a good education and making those decisions. So I taught at Concordia for a few years, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years, and then I came to Abbott, and it was a really great offer, and I became a full-time teacher. Met your mom. She got her PhD, and actually your mom probably encouraged me to do my master's. I did my master's, and I am where I am today, and I think I'm celebrating my 20th year as a teacher now. 20 years? Yeah, I know retirement is close. I'm 55 this year, so this summer, so I can retire if I want to retire early. And so that's my story of how I got here.
Cool.
If you want to see the full video, then click on the link above. I am most proud of the Ukrainian project. That's it for Scouts for this week. If you like scouting videos, then go ahead and check out our scouting playlist.